Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this tutorial, I'll be showing a very quick demo of how to implement MuleSoft Java modules and how to invoke Java methods. So MuleSoft Java module provides a set of operations which can be used to invoke methods from Java classes in a very efficient and convenient manner. In this MuleSoft Java module tutorial, we will cover all the available operations. So there are mainly four operations which are available for us in Anypoint Studios version 7 and in Mule Code 4. So in order to do that, uh, let me give an overview of Mule 4 Java module. So before we jump into the demo of MuleSoft Java module available for Mule 4, it is very important to have a high level overview of the module to better understand the concept and use cases. Java module provides operations to integrate with existing Java classes by enabling your message flows to invoke static or non-static Java methods from Java classes. This makes it easier to utilize this existing Java code for your integration flows. So now let me jump into my Anypoint Studio and show how and what it is practically. So yeah, and there can be a number of use cases where Java module of Mule Code 4 can be considered and can serve many of the requirements. Like for example, we have a large number of existing Java classes in a legacy system, or you have a team of Java developers working in parallel to implement some use cases. So it is basically simple to utilize the available code which was pre-built, and that code can be reutilized in our Anypoint Studio, which can be helping us to save time and manage the code which has already been implemented uh, based on message flows by using Java modules. So also, if like we have some specific requirements which can't be handled by any of the existing connectors or modules, we can think of implementing that in our custom Java code and then can be integrated with our message flow. Such operations which are not predefined in the connectors or whatever from the modules which we get from the exchange, those operations can be done using Java module operations. Like if we have a use case for a certain Java libraries like something to implement a game or a graphics or such or a concept where we are trying to do photo editing, so we don't have any module for that. So for that standard, we just can write a Java code and reutilize it in our studio. So now so let me show you in the Mule palette. uh, so this are the Java connectors. If in case you don't have this Java connector, what you can do is just click on search in exchange and just type Java here, and after a couple of seconds you can see the Java connector here. Double click on Java module Mule 4 and click on add. Okay, and then click on finish. Since I've already added, I won't be clicking on finish. And once you click on finish, you will be finding those modules being added into your Mule palette. And as said before, there are four types of methods which are present in Java. That is Java invoke, uh, invoke static, new, and validate type. So let me give a like one or two line brief introduction why we use invoke static, or new, validate type. So invoke static basically, this invoke static basically you use like if the operation of Java module is used to invoke static methods from a Java class, and the new method is used or the new operation of Java module is used to create instance of a class. Like if in case we are creating custom instances or we need to invoke. So for here in this example, here we are invoking a class. So in order to invoke the class, we are using a new operation here. So a new instance of Java here. So that's why we use a new operation here, and then this can be subsequently used in to invoking non-static methods as well. And also next we have the invoke method. So this operation of Java module is used to invoke methods of a class based on class instance. So new operations must be first to generate the instance, and then invoke can be used. So and finally we have a validate type. So by the name itself, we are assuming that it is something which can help us to validate. Okay, this operation can be used to validate type of an instance. It validates that provided instance and class in the configuration match or not. Like if they don't match, then it throws some sort of an error. So it is kind of a bridge wherein it tries to map from point A to point B, and if there is any sort of mismatch, it just throws an error or raises a custom type of an error. Okay, so now no, sorry, not a custom type of error. It raises an error like Java instant class error or something related to that. Okay, so now heading towards the implementation. So I've already created the project, so I've named it as Java module demo. Okay, so in the src main mule, this is my implementation.xml file. So before that, before you guys head on and create this, first click on src main Java, right click, and then you can click on new class. Once you click here, so you can no, see the package. So I've named the package as com.storage_unit.java module demo, and you can name the class as which you would like. I've named my class as storage unit. Okay, uh, storage unit. Okay, and then just click on finish. Okay, so once you do that, you'll be finding a .java file under your package explorer. So here the package would be like we'll try to invoke two methods, that is static and non-static. In the static method, what I have done is like I have just given a object like capacity, and it is accepting of the type string, and what it needs as an input is the variable called as name. If name dot equals storage unit, if the entered name which we will be passing through the REST client from the client, that is our postman in this case, if that is just a minute. Okay, back to the studio. Yeah, uh, yeah. So yeah, if this instance invokes a class wherein the name is of the type string, and if my name if name is equal to storage unit, then it will return 10, else it will return 3. This is my static method, and my non-static method is such that I'm just getting a result wherein I'm trying to consider the weight. You can have other conditions as well. So it is like string get result of the type integer, where weight, if weight is greater than 45, it will return heavy object, else it'll return can accommodate. Okay, so this is my entire Java class which I've created. So now coming back to our implementation flow. So the first thing which we'll be doing is we'll call a listener here, as we need a client to invoke it on an HTTP basis. So going to the path, I've set it as /demo, and the connector configurations, let me show it to you. So I'm using the default port which is available, 8081, and yeah, I can just click on OK. So once your HTTP listener config is completed, so then you can now create a new instance. Uh, so here now in my case, what I have created is the display name stays as new, and the class, once you create have created the class, just click on the search button and search for the class which you have created and select the class, and after that the constructor, yes, the constructor would automatically be picked. Else, if you don't get the constructor, just click on the drop down menu here. And even though if you don't find it, just click on the refresh button and you'll find the metadata being generated for that. And just click on the constructor. And going back to the next connector, once we are invoking a class, we are validating the type of it. In this validation type, uh, yeah, and there was one more thing which I forgot to tell you. In the advanced section of new, the target variable wherein we are storing is known as my object, and the value which will be passing there is the entire payload which we have. So do remember the target variable's name which you assign. Then once the target variable is being assigned to a new instance, we'll be so in this validate type, once the in the new component, if once the target variable is being assigned as the new instance, we'll just cross verify if the type is of the required format. So for that, again, we'll be selecting the same class which we have created. Just search for the class which you have created, and once you are creating that, going to the expression mode, select the instance which you have just invoked. So it will be like vars dot my object, and the accept subtypes would be true. And then next, going to the invoke connector. So in this invoke, you will have something such as instance would be vars.myObject, and in arguments we'll be passing it such that the required application type format is Java, and the object weight would be on the form, it will be picked from the form like attributes.queryparams.weight. Okay. This will be passed from the REST client or the client that is our postman. So whatever the value of weight would be passed, that will be fetched from the postman into our studio. So next, again, the class would be the same. The search and click on the same class, and the method here, just click on get result. Okay, get result here, because get result int weight and get result of int, because here we have defined a class wherein we are getting the result like int weight. If weight is greater than 45, it will return heavy object, else it can return can accommodate. I'll be sharing this entire code in the description section. Okay, and next, yeah, and the transform message, which is my favorite part. I'll just keep the format as JSON, and since I'm getting the response as JSON payload, so I'll keep it as response in double quotes colon payload. So once this is done, I'll save my project. Okay, it's already running. Let me redeploy it once. Control Shift of S, save it all, then I'll run the project. Okay, so now this might take a little bit of time for it to get deployed. Once it is deployed, uh, and go back to the stand, and as you can see, my method would be get http colon slash slash localhost colon and the port which I have used 8081 colon the path demo, where weight would be equal to 15. So this is a way how you uh, make use of Java modules into Anypoint Studio. So as we can see that the project has been deployed, and yeah, see if the weight is equal to 15, it shows the response as can accommodate. Okay, so the criteria which I have kept in my class is that if the weight is equal to if the weight is more than 45, it returns heavy object. So let's check now. Let me enter a weight which is more than 45. So let me just enter 55. So just when I send the value, yes, I am getting a very perfect, precise answer that the response is heavy object. Okay, so this is how you can utilize the entire uh, Java classes into your Anypoint Studio. This is just a basic demo of how you can implement uh, this, and in order reuse the code which you have already developed. Thank you.